Chances are, if you're a guitarist, at some point you've stared quizzically at one of these one-knob pedals and wondered, what's the big deal? Why would I want one of these? Well, for years, I gave zero respect to boost pedals. Now I have 3 of them across my 2 pedal boards. What changed? Well, in short, I learned that these pedals are really Swiss Army knives in disguise. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 ways in which these simple but versatile pedals can be extremely useful. I'll be demoing things using this pedal, the Coppersound Gravity Bomb Boost and Buffer. This pedal was provided to me by the folks at Coppersound, so a huge thank you goes out to them. That said, this is a completely independent video, and they aren't dictating anything that I do or say here. One other quick note before I begin. This particular pedal will run very nicely at 18 volts, and that's where I'll be running it during today's demo. This gives the Gravity Bomb some extra headroom so that it stays clean pretty much across the entire dial. Please check the manual on your particular boost pedal before attempting to run it at anything other than 9 volts, or else you soon may be in the market for a new pedal. The first way in which you can use a boost pedal is probably the most obvious, to add more volume to a particular part that you're playing. For example, let's say you're playing a gig and you're playing a rhythm guitar part. That part switches between strum chords and single notes. Without a boost, the chances are good that those single notes are going to be quieter than your strum chords and will kind of get lost in the live mix. A boost pedal can help make up that volume difference. Here's an example. You could also use a compressor to even out the dynamics of everything, but a compressor is going to significantly affect the attack and decay and often the overall tone of your guitar sound. That might not be what you want. So with a clean boost, you're truly just affecting the guitar's volume. The second way to use a boost pedal is kind of the next logical step up from this. If you keep adding volume to the signal chain in front of your amp, you're eventually going to start overdriving the front end of that amp. The overdrive that you'll get from this will often be quite different from just turning up the gain knob on your amp. For example, here's what the drive channel sounds like on my Hughes & Kettner Tubemeister 18 amp. And now here's what it sounds like when I hit that drive channel with a boost. The more I crank up the boost, the more I slam the front end of the amp. They can take a pretty bland amp drive, sorry Tubemeister, and make it a lot more interesting. This brings us to our next logical step in using a boost, putting it in front of a drive pedal. Have you ever had an overdrive pedal that sounds great, but you wished it had just a tiny bit more drive or dirt to it? Try putting a boost pedal in front of it and see what happens. I fell in love with this technique completely by accident. When I made my video combining the T-Rex Fat Sugar Boost and the MXR Fat Sugar Drive, a video that I made, it honestly is kind of a joke, I ended up loving the sound that I got by slamming the front end of my Fat Sugar pedal with a boost. You can click on the card above to get to that video. Let's try this same technique with the Mad Professor Sweet Honey Overdrive. Here's what the pedal by itself sounds like with the gain dimed. And now, here's what it sounds like when we add some clean boost from the Gravity Bomb in front of it. Now that we put a boost in front of a pedal, would we ever have reason to put one after a pedal? Well, in certain cases, yes. Here's an example. This is the Summer School Electronics Gladys pedal, a pedal that I use on one of my boards. Though the maker doesn't say it outright, I'm guessing that the circuit is based off of the Marshall Bluesbreaker pedal, a pedal known for having very low output. And sure enough, when the pedal switches in the up position, the pedal never really gets back up to unity volume. So to make up for the difference, I put a clean boost immediately after it in my signal chain. Here's my clean tone. Now here's the Gladys without the boost. And here's the Gladys with the boost after it. As you can hear, the boost gets the pedal back up to unity volume, or however loud I want it to go. The fifth way that boost pedals can be useful requires a little more talking than demoing, so, sorry to all you people in the comments who are like, dude, you talk too much in your videos. Look, I ran it past your mom when I was with her last night, and she was totally cool with it. So, let's say you've got a big old pedal board with a bunch of great overdrive, distortion, and fuzz pedals on it. You generally play through it with your Strandberg, and you've got the gain set up to be just right for each and every pedal. Then you decide to play through that board with your Strat. You kick in your first overdrive, but now it's not dirty enough. So you reach down and turn the gain knob up and continue playing. Then you kick in your distortion, and the same thing happens. It's just missing the edge that it usually has. So you turn up the gain there as well. You end up repeating this process for every dirt pedal on your board. Life is good. That is until you plug your Strandberg back in, at which point everything is way too hot, and you have to back things down on every single pedal. To get around this, just add a boost pedal before the dirt pedals in your signal chain. Leave it off when you're using a guitar with hotter pickups, and turn it on when you're using something that's a little less hot. This won't compensate for the tonal differences between these various guitars and pickups. For that, you could maybe try Seymour Duncan's pickup booster pedal, also not a sponsor, but this will at least keep your levels nice and consistent from guitar to guitar. But wait, there's more! There is a bonus sixth way that boost pedals can be useful, although it's more specific to the Gravity Bomb or this J-Rocket Steampunk boost and others like the Wampler DB+. They have a good quality buffer built into them. If you have a huge pedal board full of true bypass pedals or if you are using one or more long patch cables to connect anything to anything really, the chances are good that you are losing high-end clarity from your signal. Adding a high-quality buffer like the one in the Gravity Bomb can help preserve all the high-end detail in your tone. Now, there is way more to boost pedals than what I've shown in this video. The JHS Pedals channel made a great video several years ago on why you need a boost pedal, and the ubiquitous Andy from Reverb made a great video on various different types of boost pedals because there are some pretty significantly different types of boosts out there. Some are clean, some add a bit of grit, some boost high or low end frequencies, and so on. The links to both of those videos are in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and comment below to help make it more algorithm friendly. Click that subscribe button and bell icon below if you haven't already, please. And if you like the guitar playing that you heard in this video, you can hear me play live 4 days a week on my Twitch channel. Don't be scared of Twitch, my little YouTubers. It's great, I promise, it's fantastic. You can also check me out on Bandcamp at jerfo, jerfo.bandcamp.com. And finally, if you really want to help support the channel, you can become a patron of mine over at Patreon, where there's tons of exclusive content and regular giveaways. Oh, and also, before I forget, thank you again to Copper Sound Pedals for sending me this Gravity Bomb boost. It's really cool. I've really enjoyed having it on my board. And thank you guys very much. Please, if you haven't checked out Copper Sound before, please do so. They are not paying me for this video, but they did send this to me, and it's an awfully good boost pedal. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.